all praise is due to Allah, and sufficient is He, and peace be upon His chosen servants. To proceed, by the grace of Allah, we are still continuing our blessed and virtuous series, which is titled The Tolerance of Islam. And in this episode, God willing, I will discuss the tolerance of Abu Bakr, may Allah be pleased with him, towards non-Muslims. And I will also discuss the tolerance of Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, towards non-Muslims. But pay close attention with me, this point is very important in the subject matter. When I say I am talking about the tolerance of Abu Bakr, this includes two things. I am talking about the tolerance of Abu Bakr both directly and indirectly. That is when he commands tolerance and when he himself acts with tolerance. Now, indirectly, it is when during his era, one of his commanders acts in this way. But who are the orders coming from? From Abu Bakr, may Allah be pleased with him and grant him peace. The command for tolerance and leniency comes from none other than Abu Bakr, may Allah be pleased with him and grant him peace. And Abu Bakr himself follows the example of our master, the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. In the previous episode, I gave you examples of the great tolerance shown directly by Abu Bakr, as well as what happened during his era and by his orders, may Allah be pleased with him and grant him peace. Now I will present one final incident regarding tolerance during the caliphate of Abu Bakr, may Allah be pleased with him and grant him peace. Khalid ibn al-Walid made a pact. Khalid ibn al-Walid made a pact with the people of Al-Hira. What was the pact with the people of Al-Hira about? Again, it was about certain points. About specific points. I want us to look at the points he made the pact with them on. Who are we dealing with here? With the people of Al-Hira. Here, the pact is between whom? Between Khalid ibn al-Walid, who was acting on behalf of whom? On behalf of Abu Bakr. During whose era? During the era of Abu Bakr, may Allah be pleased with him and grant him peace. Who is the other party with the people of Al-Hira? With the people of Al-Hira, let's look at the points he made the pact with them on. These points show us the utmost tolerance, the utmost forgiveness, the utmost mercy, and the utmost clemency. It is truly something great, truly noble character. A truly great Islamic character in every sense of the word. Come with me. The first point, that none of their churches or places of worship would be demolished. The term bi'ah refers to the original place of worship. It is also used to refer to a church. It refers to a church as well. That's why this actually comes from Imam al-Bukhari and through the narration of Ibn Abbas and so on. That's the meaning. The important thing is pay close attention that neither a place of worship nor a church would be demolished for them. He told them, rest assured everyone, we will never demolish any house of worship at all. We will not demolish your churches, nor will we destroy anything of the sort for you. This message is directed at the extremists and at the poor souls who are overly zealous. The ignorant ones who have no understanding of this whatsoever, and then go to some churches and, for example, do such things or call for their removal. No, this is not correct. They are guaranteed safety. They are guaranteed safety in this regard. And previously I explained to you that this guarantee of safety was something the Prophet, peace be upon him, recommended, and it was part of his graciousness, peace be upon him. And I also explained to you that this guarantee of safety was upheld by Abu Bakr, may God be pleased with him, and by the commanders appointed by Abu Bakr, may God be pleased with them all. And may God be pleased with Abu Bakr, may God be pleased with him and grant him contentment. And likewise, this was the case with Umar, may God be pleased with him and grant him contentment, and with the commanders appointed by Umar as well. These are matters if you claim that you know more than Abu Bakr, that you know more than Umar. That is a completely different issue. Claiming you know more than the text and the Sharia, that's another matter altogether. But I am preserving your rights and everyone's rights by saying this, and I am being honest in conveying it. Let's take a look at what their covenant was based on. No church or monastery of theirs shall be demolished. There will not be a single monastery that will be destroyed. Meaning not a single place of worship of yours will ever be demolished, nor will any church ever be destroyed. Why is that? Because you have your places of worship and your churches. As long as you remain on your religion and do not enter into Islam, he wanted to stay in his religion. He wanted to be a Christian. That's it. You have your monasteries and your churches. So worship in them as you wish. This is in the spirit of, to you your religion and to me mine. And there is no compulsion in religion. So keep that in mind. And what else? Another point, and this is extremely important. When we say that no monastery or church of yours shall be demolished, pay close attention. This is a very important point. Nor will you be harmed in any fortress you take refuge in, or in any of the strongholds where you seek protection, even if we have gained control over you. We will never cause you any harm through them whatsoever. I will never cause you any harm through them whatsoever. And then the next point, you shall not be prevented from ringing your bells when you are in the church. And ringing the bell for mustay will never be prevented from doing that. On the contrary, they have been given a covenant and assurance regarding this. So the first thing is the protection of churches and places of worship. They must not be subjected to demolition, destruction, or any harm whatsoever. The second point is that any place where they seek refuge, with all due respect, will not be demolished or destroyed. Why is that? Because Islam neither builds nor destroys. It builds up, not destroys. And not just that. No, he also told them that they would not be prevented from ringing the bells. These bells, the ones they ring to announce that there is mass in the church or a time of worship. All right. So notice how even with all this, he still granted them safety in this matter. And not just that. He also gave them a pledge. This is a very, very, very important point, not to expel anyone from their home under any circumstances or to evict anyone from their home at all. I can't just say to you, no, since I have defeated you. Since I have come to your country, I will drive you out of your house, or that your house has become my property. That is not permissible. This is absolutely not allowed. This matter is not permitted. Why? Because this would violate the agreement that was made. And so among the other pledges is that when the young women go out on their festival day, they must not be prevented from doing so. The young women must not be stopped from going out on their festival day. Why? Because this is a custom among these people. And this custom is connected for them to an act of worship. That is why I gave them the choice and did not force them at all, based on the principle of there is no compulsion in religion. Therefore, they are free to choose in this matter. And as long as they have the freedom to choose, the young women may go out on their festival day. Isn't that right, everyone? No, there are also conditions. One of them is that a non-Muslim must not assist against a Muslim. That means I am granting you all the safety and everything I have established for you, but on the condition that first and foremost, you do not assist a non-Muslim against a Muslim. If you help a non-Muslim against a Muslim, then you have broken the covenant. There is a pact between me and you, and I have explained to you the conditions of this pact. We will not attack your monastery, your church, your hermitage, or your place of worship, or anything of that sort, not just that. We will not attack any fortress in which you have taken refuge. We will not expel you from your homes, and not just that, we will not prevent you from ringing your bells. And not just that, we will not stop the young women and children from going out on the day of your festival, but with conditions. The first condition is that you do not assist a non-Muslim against a Muslim. If you help any non-Muslim against a Muslim, then you have broken the covenant. The second point is that you must not spy for the non-Muslims against the Muslims. Not spying for the non-Muslims means you can't live among us and spy on us, passing our information to the non-Muslims. No, if you do that, you have broken the covenant. If you spy on us and report about us, then you have violated the covenant. And the treaty stipulated that some would be exempt from paying the jizya. Look at the mercy and tolerance here. He told them that the jizya is not imposed on everyone either. No, some are exempt from the jizya. Who is exempt? The elderly man who is unable to work. That is the old man who can no longer work or earn a living. No, he is exempt. That's it. If he became old or suffered a permanent disability, like if he lost his leg and can no longer work, or if he lost his hands and can no longer earn a living at all due to a disability, a disease that prevents him from being able to work and so on, then the jizya is lifted from him. And not just that, everyone. No, there's a very important point. If a wealthy man among them becomes poorer man who was once rich but then became destitute and started asking for help, even from his own people and those of his own faith, then that's it, the jizya is waived for him. Pay close attention with me. This is a very important point, everyone. For someone whose jizya has been lifted like this man who was once wealthy but became very poor, to the point that people are now giving him charity, both from his own faith and his own community. And he even has children to support. No, they said, we will also support this man's children. We will provide for him as well. And not only will we not impose the jizya on him, but we will also help his children. He and his children will be supported from the treasury of the Muslims. As long as he resides in the land of Islam, as long as he lives under Muslim rule, as long as he does not spy on the Muslims and does not support a non-Muslim against a Muslim under any circumstances, he will have safety and security, and we will also support him, providing for him and his children. By God, have you ever seen a greater level of tolerance than this? Have you ever witnessed a higher degree of forgiveness than this? Have you ever seen mercy greater or more noble than this mercy? This is the ultimate in tolerance, the ultimate in graciousness, the ultimate in mercy, the ultimate in forgiveness. That is why I say this is tolerance in its highest meaning and in its most complete form. Until I meet you again in another episode, God willing, I say to all of you, peace be upon you and the mercy and blessings of God.